The boys are ready. Let's do it. Indy is ready. BabyMarine is ready. If TLO says he is good to go, we are good to go for our main event of the evening. Young school versus old school. The Shopify Rebellion versus our Team Roddy Boy. The ZVT main event once more. I've been trying to give you guys a lot of ZVT main events. Let's do it. It's Graswan first, Ancient second. So I think it's safe to say that BabyMarine picked Graswan, TLO picked Ancient, and we'll just take it from there. No predictions. It's literally still open, my friend. And at the moment, it's kind of close. 400k versus 300k, but I think you guys can do better. Come on, you rich people in the chat. Flaunt some of your Roddy streaming point wealth and get those numbers up. It's the main event, guys. We've missed the big brain bouts. I want to see some big bets.
Let's get it on. Round 1, fight.
In the bottom right side of Graswan, we are looking at the main base of the Italian Terran player representing Team Roddy. For the people who don't know, I think most of you guys know, but there's always a few people that don't know. He is the younger brother of Reynor. It is a BabyMarine. Born on the exact same day as Reynor, but he's 3 years younger. Reynor is, no. Yes, Reynor is 21, BabyMarine is 18. In the top left side, we are looking at the main base of a man who is 34, 35. How old is Dr. Dario these days? He's obviously been a businessman for quite some time. Was part of Team Liquid for almost 10 years. And joined the Shopify Rebellion 2 years ago, give or take. This is the man himself, the little one, TLO. Of course, representing the Shopify Rebellion. Even though he's not like an official player on the team. He's more like the manager. I think he does a lot of work for the Rebellion on the other teams as well. Dota and you name it. But obviously, has always loved StarCraft. Has always loved RTS. And even though he is a businessman, he still plays a decent amount. And he's still damn good. BabyMarine wins 3-0 probably. That's funny because most people are voting for TLO. I don't know. I'm dead honest right now. I'm not doing the casted thing where I kind of know or I think I know. I legitimately do not know between these two. We are playing on the European server. I think TLO is okay with that. I don't know if you're going to switch. But at least game 1 is on Europe. Game 2, we'll see. I do know that BabyMarine has always been a little bit weaker if he plays cross-server. His internet from Italy is just not that good to the American servers. Maybe on East it would be okay. As we're opening things up with 2Rex Reaper. It will come down to controlling the nerves as well. BabyMarine can be incredibly good when no one's watching. But often when we hype him up a little bit and he knows there's a lot of people tuning in, that's when he doesn't quite show the same level. So it really just comes down to what version of BabyMarine is going to show up. And on top of that, I think it's always hard to prepare for a player like TLO. Because we know that TLO is always known for the creativity and he's gonna throw some weird stuff at you. We have got the Frost Giant Studios in the chat saying let's see some more support for the Stormgate champion. But is he still the Stormgate champion though? Because I believe you guys have been running a few more little tourneys. And I'd be impressed if Dr. Dario is still the champ. Look at all this RTS hype in the chat, guys. We're watching StarCraft while talking about a new project, Play Zero. And then, of course, I love you guys asking me about the alpha of Stormgate as well. It's not all that bad, is it, guys? Isn't there plenty to get excited over? We're still here. And we ain't going anywhere. Hello, Eden. Thank you for stopping by. Reynor and BabyMarine are birthday twins. But so are Eden and I. Circling speed is done, guys. The first 3 Reapers are in a bit of a pickle. BabyMarine is going to try to micro his way out of it. I recently watched a little YouTube short about Beyond being the absolute Reaper god. And it's like the first time ever that I get spammed with random StarCraft 2 shorts on YouTube. And I was like, you know what? I kind of like it. I hope more people tune into these. Good mic. Very good mic. If he saves both, oh my goodness. I'm impressed. I'm not going to lie.
Impressive.
I think this is very important for BabyMarine, that he doesn't have a bad start to his best of 5 where 3 Reapers just get surrounded immediately and he's already fuming a little and shaking his head. Honestly, that's well done, and even if it's not super impactful, I think that will give him some confidence and just positive feelings entering the best of 5. This is, of course, where all of you guys can ask Frost Giant on why you did not get your all fuckies. I am sure that's what they absolutely want to see. This is your chance, guys. Let them know that you're still waiting. Ooh, the Reapers do get surrounded in the end. It's a bit of a shame, obviously, to lose them like that after we did such a good job in keeping them alive earlier. Especially if we do want to make maybe a bit of a move out with all these Marines with Stim and a HeroMarine drop. Then the Reapers would have been somewhat useful. TLO enjoying a 15 worker advantage. Now it is, of course, triple CC for Breba, as we like to call him. And that's obviously something to get somewhat excited over. But down 17 workers, maybe that's a few too many to be down that early. Fourth base going down on the side of Dr. Dario. Do we have a Spore Crawler in the main? Nope. So this HeroMarine drop should have some potential. Did TLO see it? Yes, I think he is, because he's moving all of the units over. He's going to morph an Overseer. I don't love the timing of that boost. You kind of want to try to not boost until you're close and then boost in. But if you're boosting from very far away, you're going to run out of boost when you get close to the drones, but you're not quite on top of them. So I think that's a small misplay on the side of the young Italian. Everyone asked Frost Giant at once. I was memeing, but you know what? I actually don't think they would mind. They like seeing you guys be excited over Stormgate. That's a good thing. We will always encourage excitement. HeroMarine drop has shown up after all. That medevac is taking a lot of damage. The two HeroMarines are going to burrow on burrow. You're going to just unload them, mate. No, don't fly him in here. This medevac is not safe. We have to know that it is absolutely not safe. I'm surprised that TLO is not moving the Queen over. So somehow both HeroMarines get out. The Marines are going to distract TLO. Nice target fight. Oh, well played. Well played there by BabyMarine, guys. Actually retargeted the HeroMarine towards the drones. That's good. 11 is obviously good. Also kind of what he needed. Now bailing speed is done though. These Marines are going to have to be picked up and get evacuated. 7 minutes. Ooh, TLO sending all of his links to the other side of the map, leaving these bailings that are currently morphing unattended. Some of them will finish up though, and they get connections. That is very big. I actually did not think any of them were going to finish up, but the Marines prioritized the Overseer over the morphing banelings. Do we actually have the big one in the chat? RL Wu? Is this the legendary big one? Supreme Commander Legend. Hello, Pi. So both players may be making a little error here and there, but so far it seems like we're very evenly matched. TLO taking a minor page out of Elase's playbook with the 7 Overlords at once. But especially if we're going to morph a bunch of Overseers and we're in risk of losing Overseers, I don't hate it. BabyMarine saw that there were 2 Overlords here earlier. He could go for it. How tall is TLO actually? If I have to guess, I'm going to say like 172 in centimeters. I think between 168 and 172. I think that's pretty spot on. Couple of links getting picked up. BabyMarine doing a good job in making sure that he doesn't donate too many Marines. We'll finally get those 2 Overlords that have been chilling there since the very beginning of the game. How do you drop moving a medevac like that? If you press D on the medevac and you just right click the medevac forward, the Marines drop out one by one. And the medevac's still moving. Hello, Viv. I mean, you should know the correct answer. If anyone would know, it's you. I think my guess is pretty close. TLO is not small, but he's also not ultra tall. So I think around 170 is pretty accurate. So far, these two seem to be very evenly matched, and we obviously love that. We've got drilling claws on the way on the side of the young Italian. Double factory, tank production is up and rolling. A few more barracks is going down as we drop a 4th CC. BabyMarine has learned his lesson from playing Mio Micah and just dying to Ling run-bys over and over again. And he's playing it safe, not paying attention here. That's a little sloppy. Good catch for TLO. Already got Hive Tech, by the way, guys. Pretty damn quick Hive. Adrenoglands and Ultras. If Ultras come out against Marine Tank, TLO is going to have fun. Where's Burrow, by the way? I expect some burrowed banelings from Dr. Dario. Good well, not really multitasking, but just good drop play overall here by BabyMarine, taking full advantage of the fact that TLO doesn't have too much anti-air. Only 4 queens, actually. 2 queens have died. TLO not showing a whole lot of love to the queen. Gonna make one more. I mean, if BabyMarine... Does he know about... Yeah. Well, he hasn't actually been in the main base for a while. I think if he would have thrown down a scan, he would start playing this with a little more urgency. TLO has a ridiculous amount of Zerglings. 150 links, 36 banelings at the moment. A couple of banelings are going to try to make their way into the triangle. So many tanks there, by the way. What the hell is even that? Everything clumped up. TLO doing a good job in preventing this command center from becoming a planetary. At the same time, though, BabyMarine dropping in the bottom left side. I feel like I'm watching a video game over here, guys. We've had a couple of one-sided games, 11 minutes in. These two seem to be a pretty good match for one another. With the first few ultras on the way, though, I'm starting to get a little bit scared for BabyMarine, guys. Even if TLO doesn't have crazy good creep spread, even if TLO doesn't have a crazy good economy, with ultras against pure marine tank, I think you're gonna have a pretty damn good time. And obviously the Lynx having 2-2 upgrades and adrenal glands. I don't know if TLO should go before ultras, though. It seems like he's gonna try. Most of the Marines are out of position. Where are the Marines? All the Marines are currently queued up in medevacs. It's just tanks. It's actually just tanks. All the medevacs are loading out. BabyMarine barely has any bio protecting his tanks. What is happening? Oh my goodness. Okay, well, all these tanks are gonna die. I think that is inevitable. I think this planetary is going to die. BabyMarine knows that. He accepts it. If TLO would keep pushing. Good Widowmine shot there. There is another Widowmine that's gonna burrow. Oh, that's a good Widowmine shot. That's a really good Widowmine shot from downtown. The Marines obviously finding some success too on the other side of the map. TLO now sending everything home. Lynx on creep, full surround. These upgrades, they're gonna be fine as the Queen snipe a medevac that was still carrying 5 or 6 Marines. I favor all of this for TLO, guys, just because I don't see a Ghost Academy. A 3-base Terran without any Ghost is not gonna have a good time going up against Ultras and well-upgraded Lynx and Banes. No, BabyMarine is gonna drop that Ghost Academy, but it's gonna take a little while. Where is Reynor, by the way, guys? If Reynor does not show up at least one time tonight to show a little bit of love to the baby bro, I will be very disappointed. I've got his Home Story Cup trophy over here. I'm just gonna award it to the winner. That's it. I don't know if BabyMarine can attack, guys. We have 6 Ultras with Kindness Plating and +2 armor. Also, BabyMarine is doing a Beyond impression over here while only getting +3 armor, not +3 attack. Couple Widowmines in the mix. It's kind of chaotic. It feels very wild and uncontrolled. Especially what BabyMarine is doing here. No, TLO is not turning. Oh, TLO burrows a couple of banelings, but BabyMarine saw it. A nice catch there by Breva. Very good catch. Pretty hard to sometimes see a few banelings burrowing while they are running away. Well, very good catch, because that could have been game ending. Now this army is kind of stuck here. It's not necessarily the entire army. TLO is going to run a couple of links into the third. The tanks are super exposed. SCVs are going to fall. And this is going to be very chaotic, because who's flanking who? Who's surrounding who? I've got absolutely no idea. We've got a very weird blinding cloud going down. Good snipes on the Vipers. Banelings, can they burrow? Can they burrow? Can they burrow? They're gonna burrow, but it's obvious. TLO definitely pulling out all the stops here in that first game. Needs an Overseer to deal with some of these Widowmines. I wouldn't hate a couple of Infestors, and we've got Infestors, as we also still have Widowmines. Should get cleaned up by this Overseer. Fungo has potential. The ghost count, by the way, going from 0 to 8 real freaking quick. That should give BabyMarine some potential. Fun match. 13 Ultras. Is there such a thing as too many Ultras, guys? I know we've got tiny Ultras these days, but 13 Ultras feels like a lot. Perhaps a few too many, as a Widowmine does blow up a couple of the Zerglings. Ultras trying to make their way. What a fight, guys. We have Fungo landing as well on a couple of these bio units. tanky. Ultra's doing their thing, but I think in the end, BabyMarine should be fine here with all those Marines, Marauders, and Ghost obviously sniping the Ultras. TLO supply taking a very serious hit. Apparently, there is such a thing as too many Ultras. And maybe 12 is one of those numbers. Or 13. The thing is, BabyMarine is obviously kind of low on SCVs, and his supply is not the kind of supply that I think gives the Terran the confidence to just run to the other side of the map. If he would do that, I think he'd have a very good chance in making some magic happen. What is this? A Burrowed Queen. Doors still kind of open. Obviously, single Liberator. That's going to take a little while to deal with a Ling run by. I think Ultras are very solid, but Ultras don't shine if they have to make their way through a SimCity. Can we have a Fungal? No. Do we have Widowmines? Yes. A couple of Links coming in as a flank. A whole lot of stuff dying. Banelings exploding. Widowmines exploding. BabyMarine does need to pick up though, because these Ultras are too tanky. What is that? A single Burrowed Baneling. Now with this planetary up and running, TLO needs to crank out a few more drones. TLO needs to secure another base. Because with what he's currently working with, he's probably not going to win this game. It's a very fun first game. No, we use Banelings on the rocks. That does actually cost money, guys. Attacking rocks with carriers does not cost any money, but using Banelings does cost money. I think the 10 Ultras or 12 Ultras, I think they would have had an amazing fight if, let's say, like the game-ending fight takes place in this area. But having to make their way through depots, a mineral line, gases, factories, add-ons, that's just not really where they shine. BabyMarine doing a good job in denying some of those extra bases from potentially going up. The supplies in favor of BabyMarine, but still somewhat close. I think Liberator Harass is excellent because TLO has already lost a lot of queens. It just doesn't have a lot of anti-air. And all of it is not very mobile. I think Spore Crawler count is also not very high, only 3. It's going to be hard for Dario, but if BabyMarine doesn't get a 5th base, maybe there is still a tiny chance. What's that ghost count at now? 11. I think advantage BabyMarine here on Gressmon, his map choice. But I don't want to say it's 100% over. Is that a kill or a cancel? Might have been a kill. 2 medevacs keeping TLO busy. He has some energy, but the single fungal is obviously not good enough. Spire is up. And TLO is actually going to crank out a few Corruptors just to make his life a bit easier dealing with the Liberators. These Banelings are almost like spotting Banelings. These are not really meant to detonate. It's just like a little scout for TLO. It's going to give him some good map vision. Be maybe more effective to do this with Zerglings than Banelings, but it's nice. Widowmine is not quite sure what it wants to shoot at. Settles for the highest HP Ultra in the end. The scan sees a couple of the Banes. The missile turret is going to reveal that one. Got here a tiny Ling run by, and Liberator is looking in the wrong way, so these Zerglings are going to have a good time. Apparently a low. We had a Widowmine drop. 16 drones dying to a medevac and 4 Widowmines. No, don't lose a Viper. If BabyMarine is paying attention, he should go for the Viper. I don't think he was quite paying attention. 130 supply for TLO. He's got a bigger army. He's going to be able to take a fight somewhat off creep. The Marauders are doing their thing. The Ghosts are just running, but the Ghosts will snipe eventually. And that's the end of a lot of those Vipers. BabyMarine lost a lot of the basic units there, but he keeps the important units alive. Once again, another big snipe off the Planetary Fortress. Super important here. Without a PF, this actually could have been very scary. Nice fungal on all the medevacs. But the Ghosts have too much energy. TLO does get the PF though. Actually pretty good to get that Planetary Fortress there, but TLO doesn't really have the economy to rebuild the army that he has just lost. And BabyMarine knew that he had one real important job in that fight. Obviously he had a lot of side jobs, side quests. The main job is make sure you keep your Ghost alive, and I think we can kind of see that he forgot to micro pretty much everything besides the Ghost. But hey, at least his priorities are in the right order. Could have been a better fight for BabyMarine, but I think it was good enough. I think it was acceptable. Has plenty of command centers, so you can just float it over to the center of the base. Center of the map once more, and more of that CC into a Planetary Fortress too. Liberator Harass still doing its thing, and TLO's drone count is just kind of steadily declining. I had an income advantage a few times throughout this last 10 minutes even. I think the crazy high ghost count is just a bit of a too big of a problem. Gonna need the most miraculous fungal and Bailing connection. Oh, those Widowmine shots though on all the links. TLO loses the vast majority of his links. He's gonna try to take a fight before the planetary fortress is ready, but the ghost energy is too high. Snipe too good. All the ultras melt, and I think that will do it for game 1. GG gets called after 20 minutes of battling on Grasvan. BabyMarine takes the 1-0 lead. Hello, KJ. Thank you to Rumi and the Big Maple as well, by the way. Appreciate it, guys. Fun game. Honestly, pretty back and forth. And we can't forget this is BabyMarine's map choice. We do NA or stay EU? New Generation 1, Old Man Club 0. Maybe that's a good thing, Pie, after all the victories that some of these old men got over those youngsters over the last few days. Their MMR is in shambles. Thank you, KJ matey, for the 104. TLO says that he's good on Europe. I think that's very nice. For some players, if I know they have very good ping on US East as well, I'll be like, oh, let's just switch. But I know for BabyMarine, it becomes a whole lot worse if he has to play on America. So if TLO is happy with Europe, I think it's fair to play on Europe. Old Man Club has the better drinks anyways. I mean, Brava is 18. And he was enjoying himself at Home Story Cup in Krefeld. Nothing too crazy, but he was definitely celebrating the fact that he turned 18 with all his friends and his brother around. It was a good time. I hope that TLO wins game 2, and after that, may the better player win. But obviously we had 2 3-0s already tonight. That's not what I'm aiming for. I was kind of surprised that they were 3-0s, but it is what it is. First game of the main event, I think, was pretty awesome. So, I hope that we get to see more of that. BabyMarine is ready. TLO's in the lobby. He says, good luck, have fun. In game 2, Ancient Sisterin, and we still have not spotted a Reynor, by the way. At this point, guys, I'm wondering, should I start DMing him? I don't care that he's on a holiday. I don't care that he's hanging out with his lady. That boy should show up for his younger brother in his first main event ever. Reynor is a very good older brother, actually. I like to tease Reynor, but I think he's a very good older brother. Everything that I've seen so far makes me proud of him.
Double kill.
That's the wrong button, guys.
Round 2, fight!
In the bottom left side of Ancient, we are looking at the main base of the man that's representing the Shopify Rebellion. Obviously a legend within Team Liquid as well. But for the last few years, he's been waving the flag for the Rebellion over in Canada. It is Dr. Dario himself, the little one, TLO. In the top right side, we are looking at the main base of the 18-year-old Italian. Does he still qualify as the young Italian, guys? Or should we slowly but steady step away from that? Is he now becoming the adult Italian, the grown-up? 18-year-old Team Roddy's BabyMarine. And yes, the younger brother of the man who just won Game S8 and Home Story Cup. It's been an excellent 2 months for Reynor. I think that's pretty much everything he could have wished for. Obviously was very bummed out in Katowice 3 months into the year. Came in very prepared, very strong. Played a very strong group stage. Was on a roll against Oliveira in the first 2 games. And then Oliveira just did the craziest thing we've ever seen in StarCraft 2. I think Reynor has kind of set the record straight ever since. You tried to make your brother fall in love with StarCraft, but he plays FIFA. I tried to make my brother fall in love with StarCraft as well. And Warcraft. And my brother hit me with the one-liner, I will never play a game with the word craft in it. Now what does that mean, Roddy? I have no idea. You guys are going to have to ask my brother the next time you see him on stream. But apparently that's where he draws the line. The word craft. It's just a little too much. Yeah, Stormgate is safe. No, but I am actually really gonna try to make my brother play Stormgate. And I really tried with StarCraft 2 as well, but it's because I moved to Germany very early on into my StarCraft 2 career. I couldn't quite really force it upon him. Because I know if my brother would just be a little bit less stubborn and he would like actually get over the basics. It's just that he has played so much Command and Conquer and Red Alert where you're just used to that grid on the side, right? The very old school RTS layout. And selecting workers and clicking on buttons is just not something that he's used to, but I'm really gonna do my best with Stormgate to see if he can at least enjoy it at a basic level. He does know StarCraft a tiny bit. He was here when Reynor played the grand finals of the Europe Regionals against Clem. And we had a viewing party. We all watched the games on the TV. My brother drew the conclusion that the Zerg units are a little bit slow. My brother felt that the Terran units were too quick. I was like, that's not really how it works. He's like, no, but like, that guy's just flying around. He's everywhere. And it feels that Rhino, as my brother calls Reynor, is always too slow to get his units in the correct position. I was like, I don't really... I was like, I don't think that's quite the problem, but... The Zergs are pretty mobile, mate. He had some hot takes. It was fun, though. First Reaper hopping into the main base. Pretty successful Reaper so far, guys. Still alive. 2 kills. Can the Queen corner the Reaper? No, not quite. Those 2 links do have speed. Is that good enough? Is that good enough? The Reaper feels stuck. It's cornered. It's cornered. It's dead. The Queen, by the way, from the high ground. That's obviously overall an alrighty start for TLO here, guys. Getting a Reaper for only 2 Zerglings. Not a single drone went down. TLO will take that. Super fun, man, to cast some TLO again, guys. Actually, TLO was like the first player that I think I ever casted in StarCraft 2. Because I'm thinking of the Warcraft 3 event that I casted, and they had a StarCraft 2 show match between TLO and Madfrog. Madfrog is a legendary Warcraft 3 and StarCraft 2 player as well, but mostly Warcraft 3. Frederick Johansson played a best of 5 against TLO a very long time ago in Germany. Before StarCraft 2 was even out. And I casted it together with DeMusliM. In the year 2010 or 2009. That sounds very Swedish. Frederick Johansson is very Swedish. He's also very handsome. Madfrog is definitely a legend in Warcraft 3, but even in StarCraft 2 he had some success in the early days. He represented Team SK. Madfrog has not played in a very long time. He did do a tiny bit of streaming. But I think he's been a prison security guard for quite some years now. Got really into fitness, like a lot of the Swedish guys. I don't think he's playing too many games. Almost police officer. He's a prison security guard. That's what he is. It's a lot of Hellions, by the way, guys, on the side of BabyMarine. TLO has 7 queens, 12 lings. It seems like it's barely good enough, as BabyMarine is too afraid to go in. Thank you, Pi. We're still on a mission, guys. We are still on a mission. Well, yeah. I actually met Madfrog at one of the DreamHacks, and it was super cute because he was there with his kids. So his kids were old enough that they brought their PC to DreamHack Masters, Jan Shopping, and they were there for the weekend, and he was just dropping them off. Like legit an entire new generation. I like this engagement, by the way, on the Zerglings, on these Hellions. Sure, the Banshees are around. Nice micro in the end, though, by BabyMarine. Gotta say, I thought I was gonna go a bit worse. I still think that the majority of these Hellions are going to fall. Only thing that TLO really needs here is a little bit of protection. I think it's alright. 5 drones, 6 Hellions. Obviously, the 36 links is a little bit painful, but the hatchery stays alive. Most of the drones stay alive. I think TLO can live with it. Especially with how quick these upgrades are going to be. TLO played the double Evo style this game before going up to Lair. So bailing speed is going to be late, but the links are going to have sexy upgrades. Yeah, I'm okay with having a couple links just in case, you know. It's going to get all but one of the Hellions. I really don't hate this spot for TLO. I think it's pretty acceptable. Especially because we saw that BabyMarine is pretty prone to Zergling counterattacks. And if you take a lot of damage on Grass 1 from Link counterattacks, what's going to happen on Ancient? Hello, Ian Blue, by the way. Oh, BabyMarine just picked up all of his Marines, guys. What a painful moment to pick up these Marines. The tank does get fully surrounded. I don't know what about that bailing, Dr. Dario. A little bit ambitious. Not too bad for BabyMarine in the end. Losing the tank was the most painful part of all of that. 42 extra lings and 2-2 upgrades. Let's take a look at that saturation. 14, 12, 13, 17. So yeah, like ideally 6-7 drones more would be lovely. TLO I think is just going to try to keep BabyMarine at home with non-stop run-bys. And I think that's pretty smart because battling all of these Marines could be a bit dicey. This game is about to get crazy. Will BabyMarine turn around when he sees all of these links show up on his minimap? So far the answer to the question is no. Sure, SCVs will die, but TLO, okay, the second stim does hurt the Marines a decent amount. It seems that most of the Zerglings have turned around. Yeah, that went a lot better for BabyMarine than I thought it would go. I mean, they were even without combat shield, by the way, so that's why the second stim was so painful. TLO's queen count 4 at the moment, guys. TLO needs to show some more love to the ladies. We need a few more queens. Because we also saw a bit of a lack of creep on Grass 1. Sure, you can get more value out of burrowed banelings with a lack of creep, but I think a few more queens won't hurt. GG, TLO. I have no idea who you're calling GG for. This is an insane moment to call GG, mate. Sure, the game is looking alright for BabyMarine, but it's ancient. It's hard to run to the other side of the map, and he's going to be a Terran that's down in upgrades against the Zerg with baneling speed at this point. I think it's very hard to call this game at the moment. Obviously, TLO does need to be careful that he doesn't throw away too many links of the somewhat weak Zerg economy, but I think he's about to find some good damage. BabyMarine picks up a lot of his supply over and over again. A single bailing here could be problematic, but he snipes it. Good job there by BabyMarine. That's a big snipe, guys, and it actually forces TLO to bring a lot of his units home. As he's now burrowing banelings in range of a sensor tower. Has units here in position. BabyMarine trying to snipe banelings. Is sniping banelings. Snipes all of them. Hey, that deserves a little...
Good Clem.
Very good micro there by BabyMarine, guys. The young Italian. Actually finding some great micro. No cancel on the side of TLO. Alright, the last 20 seconds were just excellent for BabyMarine. He's just playing a really good series so far. TLO now definitely in some trouble. He's got 2-2 links. He's got Hive on the way. He's got some burrowed banelings all over the shop. Okay, Dr. Dario. Some nice burrowed banelings there. Gets in a decent amount of the Marines. As a ling here as well to prevent that base from going down. That was good, but TLO needs more. He's got 120 Zerglings, meine Fresse. That's a lot of links, guys. 122 lings are about to get on top of Marines and tanks. Is that good enough? Is 120 Zerglings the right amount of Zerglings? It's good, but not quite the right amount to get everything. We've got a couple of burrowed banelings here revealed by the scan. That's unfortunate for TLO. But these ones won't get anything done. There are still a few more burrowed banelings. Kind of all over the shoppy, but has potential. No bunker here, by the way. So crazy, right? BabyMarine has to turn around for this. This is so many links. It's so many links. I think BabyMarine has to turn around. Does not quite turn around. Just wants to fight it with the units that are still here. A lot of links get burrowed in the mineral line too. It's not banelings though. Just Zerglings. Ultralisk Cavern has gone up. TLO has just been kind of married to these 67 drones. That's a bit of a problem. Unburrowing the links right now would be good. That's exactly what TLO does. If TLO would have 15 more drones, we'd be absolutely loving this game for him. Oh, links and banes. There's a couple of banelings at the bottom of that ramp. TLO, boom! Very sexy baneling connection once more. It's just how many links and banes can TLO realistically make? Of the 67 drones, burrows a few more banelings, but BabyMarine is paying attention this time around. Throws down a good scan. Doors are still open over here though. It's definitely chaos. And don't forget that ultras are on the way. And we don't have any ghosts. That's a lot of banelings too. They're being morphed in range of the sensor tower. TLO does not really believe in sensor towers, does he? He is breaking down the walls though. The links are having a field day. The banelings are done. Is this enough banelings? I don't think it is. I think you gotta go back, maybe burrow a couple. TLO is the most aggressive Zerg we have ever seen of 67 drones. is making a ludicrous amount of units, and he's burrowing all over the place. You gotta love it though, guys. This is very entertaining StarCraft. It's great what TLO is showing us, but he needs another base, and he needs ideally a few more drones. It's a very chaotic game. He is trying to get one more base right now. Liberators have potential. Widowmines have potential. So do Burrow Banelings and Ultras. It's a little bit of everything. Oh! Oh! No way, guys. No? Oh, the Widowmines. You know what would have been the ultimate sick play? Cancel the morph, run links into the mineral line, let friendly fire. Widowmines kill the SCVs. I guess that's a little too much with everything that's happening. Decent Widowmine connections there. BabyMarine's supply looks very good. I don't know how confident he's currently feeling, but the supply is looking very, very good. Couple banelings making their way into the mineral line, and that's a decent amount. SCV's falling. Oh. There's still one more baneling. Oh, I wouldn't hate it now. I think it would be decent, but we are waiting. Double Liberator Arrest is obviously excellent. How many queens do we have? 6 and a Spore Crawler. Hello, we need some drones, amigo. Oh. You would love Bold Hydra. Only if they play Heart of the Swarm. There's a lot of Widowmines here. Daria needs to be careful. Does actually a good job in preventing some of the biggest hits. The tiny Ultras are here, guys. They have Chitinous Plating. They've got +3 armor. And this is a problem for BabyMarine, who sure is up in supply. But killing these Ultras is difficult with only bio units and no ghosts. Does get one of them. We even drop double Sensor Tower. Most of the Lings and Banes have disappeared. The Banshees are helping out a little bit. But look at them Ultras. They feel invisible. Invincible, rather. They are definitely not invisible. One of the ghosts does die. In the end, these Ultras will fall. One of them burrows. The other one is going to try to burrow too. What's happening over here at the bottom? Queen dies to the Liberator. Orbital, could it die to Zerglings? Will BabyMarine pay attention? Oh my, that's close. It's burning down. TLO is going to try to prevent the repair. He's going to try to prevent the repair. We need a mule. We need SCVs. TLO still attacking over here as well with just Linksman. TLO is playing the most chaotic game I've ever seen. Okay, the Orbital got saved. One of the 2 Sensor Towers died. Very nice of TLO to let the other one live. It was a tornado of aggression. A proper hurricane. It feels like it was just barely not good enough. Shame for TLO, who got close to getting the Orbital. Got close to getting almost all the SCVs. But kudos to BabyMarine. Just making a couple of very good plays and making sure that he maintains a pretty healthy work elite. Obviously, main base though, guys, pretty dry. Natural, pretty dry. So these 2 bases, what it's all about. This is not the best fight, I'm afraid. But we do have Banelings in the mix. But the Banelings, can they connect with the SCVs? No, the Planetary Fortress target fire is excellent. And that's going to be good enough for BabyMarine to win game 2 as well on Ancient. Fun game though. Felt like it was 7 minutes of non-stop battling between these 2. But in the end, the young Italian is looking good. Keeps his head calm. And I think he had a couple of great plays in the heat of the moment. That just, that was the attack that never stopped. It felt like we were attacking for days. I wonder if TLO ever uses that little button in the top right side, which says how many drones you have. Because it felt that if he would have just been able to click on that and see that he was on 62, maybe he would have been able to sneak out a few more. I think that would have been nice, but it is what it is. Game 3 is going to be played on Babylon. TLO versus Matrock with a link. I'm afraid that the link does not quite work. Thank you, Dr. Scraggy, for the 8 months. We're still on a mission, guys. I don't know if we're going to complete the mission, but we're still on a mission. I thought the TLO was going to do a lot of damage the first time that he had like 40 or so links on the other side of the map. And it felt that BabyMarine had very few units defending the third. And there was no bunker. But where do you see the amount of drones? Well, drones, probes, or SCVs, it doesn't matter. If you are playing 1v1, there's a little button in the top right side. If you put your mouse on it, you'll see the amount of supply you have in workers and the amount of supply you have in battle units. So it's a super useful thing to take a look at, especially in chaotic games, where you're just not sure anymore how many workers you have. It got introduced in 2015 or 2016, and still not everybody knows that it's a thing. Just hover over the supply count. Apparently that works as well.
Round 3. Fight!
The man needs to win 3 in a row if he wants to bring home the main event of the Big Brain Bouts number 36. It is our legendary German Zerg in the top left side of Babylon, fighting for the rebellion, Shopify's TLO. The big boss, the big manager, doesn't just manage the StarCraft boys, but I see him on tour with the Dota squad as well. And I believe they've got a very good Dota team at the moment. I haven't followed the Dota tournaments too much lately, but I know they've got Arteezy. And any team that has Arteezy has my support. Because I think Arteezy is the GOAT, even though he's never won TI. But I love Arteezy. In the bottom right side of Babylon, we are looking at the main base of our blue Italian Terran player that's representing Team Roddy, taking the 2-0 lead in his first main event ever. It's BabyMarine. Wasn't TLO the first human who played versus AI? TLO was indeed deeply involved in the Google AlphaStar project, and he was also there for the presentation where Artosis and I were commentating. I think TLO was also there, but it was Mana who actually played the official games. And I think TLO helped a lot in developing the AI. And that must have been very cool. I absolutely loved going to England and visiting the Google AlphaStar headquarters there. It was a good experience. I felt incredibly stupid. I was surrounded by people that were all way smarter than I was. They're like, what are you doing? I was like, video game? Everybody had like 17 PhDs to flex with. And I was like, well, I did pretty good in geography class in high school, you know. That's my claim to fame. But it was still very fun. Everybody was very nice. It was honestly like an honor to be part of that. Like, I can label every state of America on a blank map. Do that, Mr. PhD. One of the craziest things about all of that is what I still remember is that they flew Mapu from Japan to London to observe 2 games between Mana and AlphaStar. I was like, who told them that that was a good idea? It's like very obvious that they didn't really know how a StarCraft 2 broadcast worked. So I think they spoke with someone from ESL who thought that Mapu was still living in Germany. And then these guys from Google flew Mapu from Japan to London to observe 2 best of ones. I thought that was a little much. But I'm sure Mapu enjoyed it. I was like, I could have found you 17 guys in England who could have done the same thing. But it's okay. Google does have the cash for it, but I still thought that was a bit much. No, I know, guys, I know. But still. Alright, very quick third refinery going down. As TLO obviously did a good job in dealing with the Reaper. Only lost a single Zergling. Now these 4 links, picking off an SCV on the other side of the map and getting a very early scout on that extra refinery. Now it's not the third, it's only the second. I still think it's nice. Yeah, now of course, Bully. I'm not saying that Maple should have said no. I'm just saying that someone at ESL, who was clearly their contact for Google back then, should have probably said like, oh yeah, there's plenty of really good observers in Europe. Fonka, Koka, Njal, Indy, you know. There's a whole bunch of them. Or we could have done what I used to do, and that's just train an observer in half an hour. And I can make them pretty good. Someone at ESL was just like, we got Mapu, and then Google contacted Mapu, and it's like, alright, they flew him over from Japan. 2 best of ones. He was in England for 5 days for 17 minutes of PvP. They wanted the best, and Mapu's the GOAT observer. But Fonka is the GOAT observer, though. I'm sorry, but you cannot do my man Fonka dirty like that. Fonka really is the GOAT observer, and ESL did him dirty for a while. But Fonka is the GOAT. Mapu is very good. I will not shit talk Mapu, but Fonka is the very best. Yeah, TLO is off to a pretty good start here, at least on Babylon. So we are allowed to dream, guys. Lairs going up, Baning Nest, extra extract is being taken. Is Fonka still involved in SC2? Yes, he's casting StarCraft 2 on a daily basis. They have a channel called Comeback TV. Even after Fonka lost his job with O Gaming, because O Gaming just stopped StarCraft all of a sudden. Those boys are very passionate. TLO, not TLO, damn it. TKL, Fonka and Koka. They're still casting StarCraft daily basis for the French audience. Very passionate. They do a great job. So they're absolutely still involved. Benjamin Baker, our married man in the chat, guys. Anybody who didn't say congratulations to Benny yet? Our man Demo got married last Saturday in beautiful Sweden. Will he now finally behave and be a good citizen? I highly doubt it, but we're still very happy for Demo. It was a beautiful day. BabyMarine has 2 benches with cloak in the bottom left side. TLO has, I think, kept a pretty good eye on it. Goes for a little link counter attack. Finds some SCVs. Gets a single one. Might get a few more because BabyMarine doesn't really have a lot of firepower here. RD's Helling is going to go for it, guys. We still have 20 or so links. Oh, the queens. Oh, Dr. Dario. Even if he's down 0-2, that's sexy. Beautiful queen positioning there, guys. Preventing entry for those Hellions. And he's actually still finding some damage on the other side of the map. TLO off to legitimately a good start here, guys, on Babylon. And for everybody that wants to see a little more StarCraft today, this has to excite you. Double Evo and Hydras. I don't know if he wants to go Lurkus or if it's just Hydra Link Bane, but excellent start for TLO here in game 3. Queen's so fat. Hey, hey, hey. No body shaming on this channel. Behave. How's the first few days been, Ben, as a married man? Any different or still the same? Are you getting bossed around yet? Actually, you were already getting bossed around, weren't you? Exactly the same. Still nothing to say? Poor Benny. Everyone says they like my friends. There's one little story. Some of you guys have been asking me about stories of Ben's wedding. And I mean, I don't have a lot to say. It was just a fun, beautiful, wholesome day. Everybody was happy. Everybody was in a good mood. But I guess one somewhat funny story before the action picks up in this game is that obviously there were a few speeches. And one of the speeches, I believe, was by Alice, her aunt. So the sister of Alice, her mom. And it was a very nice speech. But half of the speech was just her roasting Denmark. And it went completely out of nowhere. Like, she's talking about, oh, Benjamin is from England, so, well, that's fine. He can learn Swedish. He's not very good at it yet. It would have been a problem if he was from Denmark. Because in Denmark, they can't speak anything. They can't speak Swedish or Danish. They've got a hot potato. And she just went on and on about how Denmark sucks. I was like, this is very random, but it was kind of funny. And they were all loving it. And I was just laughing. I was like, what a random speech. And then she, later on, I said hi to her. And she's like, oh, where are you from? And Ben is like, Denmark. And her face was like, ah. I was like, no, don't worry. It's Netherlands. It was good. It was all in good fun, but I thought that was pretty funny. That was good. All right, guys. Back to the main event of the Big Brain Bouts, number 36. We've got a hive on the way. As TLO is obviously still having a pretty clean game 3 here. I was wondering if it was going to be Hydra Link Bane or if we're going to go into Lurkus. It is Lurkus. What did MaxPax say about it? I don't know if MaxPax is very familiar with Swedish and Danish banter. I also don't think that MaxPax would really care. If I know one thing about MaxPax is that I don't think he really gives a damn. Got a couple Lurkers on the way, guys. Don't hate it. I think out of all 3 games, maybe the best start for TLO. And these... Oh, BabyMarine not paying attention there. BabyMarine is who's had excellent Baneling snipes throughout the best of 5 so far. Is eating a few Banelings to the face. Relatively quick burrow. TLO definitely got some good value, I think, out of burrow in game 1 and game 2. I don't know why these Banshees are cloaked in the bottom left side, but... MaxPax definitely is very cool. I had a little chat with him about his Warcraft 3 adventures. Since the guys from Back to Warcraft really wanted me to know, or wanted me to ask MaxPax if it was him playing ladder. And MaxPax said it was. I was like, ah, you're playing? He's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I heard you played Hearthstone. I was like, I don't know if you're getting any good, but if you want, I'm pretty sure that this old man would beat the hell out of you in Warcraft 3. He was laughing and he said, oh, I would love to play some games. I was like, alright, mate. He doesn't know what's coming, guys. MaxPax has never played against a 4-seer operator like myself. I don't know what he plays. He strikes me as a Night Elf player. If I have to guess, I think MaxPax will play Night Elf. I'm just gonna ensnare his heroes and kill them. I think I'm still pretty good at Warcraft 3. He plays Orc out and he's got no chance. You're looking at the best Orc versus Orc player in history. If even Grubby couldn't do it, what is MaxPax gonna do? Probably a whole lot extra. MaxPax pretty talented. So too many Marines, by the way, guys, for 2 medevacs here. So a couple of Marines are absolutely gonna die here. With a couple, I mean a solid 10 or so. I think the TLO is in a great spot in this game. We're looking at 80 drones, 120 army supply, good upgrades, and some multi-prong lurkers are gonna get a couple of tank shots. So burrow TLO, please. Failing, but in the end the links are gonna be good enough here. BabyMarine is attacking on the other side of the map. Planet, no. Oh, yes, yes, yes. TLO gets the planetary. These Marines do find a lot of damage on the other side of the map. It's not been the prettiest attack by TLO. Almost feels that if he would have just kept his army together, this would have gone a whole lot better. He did get the planetary, but he loses a hatchery at 9 o'clock. And obviously lost a lot of battle units over here too. 20 drones have gone down. We have adaptive talents, but we don't have seismic spines. So TLO attacking with only one of the 2 lurker upgrades there is gonna go for it one more time. How exposed are these tanks? Well, they're actually kind of well protected. TLO, we need to chill a little bit. Running a lot of units into the meat grinder. BabyMarine still has 2 medevacs active. Okay, TLO really wants to get on top of this base, and he will. Now he's getting on top of these tanks as well. Can the banelings connect with the ghost? The baneling count isn't very high. The lurker count isn't very high. And I kind of feel that TLO is starting to throw this a little bit. He really needs to take care of this double drop in his natural. Stop attacking TLO. You've got lurk attack. No need to attack this much. A lot of Hydras move commanding into their death. They're trying to kill that medevac. This double drop that already was active in killing this hatchery, and the 20 drones is still going strong and is getting more drones. At least TLO has obviously done something to the mining of BabyMarine too, but that super sexy 5-base Zerg economy with 80 plus drones and hive tech is really not looking all that appealing anymore. I mean, kudos to BabyMarine who had great defense, but TLO just got a little bit ahead of himself there. Does land a nice fungal. Will finally take care of it. Will this hatchery die? Yes, it does die. So that's 3 hatcheries that these Marines were part of going down. Aye, 51 drones against 69 SCVs. Ghost count is at 12. Lurkers don't have seismic spines yet. Really does feel that BabyMarine has turned this game around successfully. The young Italian just kind of weathering the storm today. That's really what this best of 5 has been all about. TLO plays very aggressive. It kind of feels that BabyMarine had a pretty good read on it. I think in this game he was definitely supposed to be in trouble though. TLO is going to try one more time. He's got 21 Hydras, but he needs to land the best fungal that we have ever seen. I believe a couple of the banelings were used there on the rocks. BabyMarine played very good. I was wondering if we're gonna see the best of BabyMarine tonight, because it's the first time that he plays in the main event, and in a lot of the other series in the Big Brain Bouts. Ooh, what happened over there? Changelings? What did he just kill there? I'm gonna assume it was Changelings. Few of the series I feel that BabyMarine played a little bit below his level. Tonight, that's absolutely not the case. Perhaps he's just like the big brother after all, guys, and he can rise to the occasion. And the bigger the moment, the more he shines. Those small tournaments, the early series in the Big Brain Bouts, maybe that's just not quite it for BabyMarine. TLO definitely had a lot of cool moments. I feel kind of sad if this ends in a 3-0, because I really felt that Dario had an excellent start in this game. Lands a good fungo here too. I also kind of feel that he completely forgot about seismic spines, guys. I think the game 1, game 2, they could have gone either way. I think game 3 really did belong to TLO, but kudos to BabyMarine for handling the craziness as well as he did. Okay, Dario did pick up on the fact that he does not have seismic spines. He's getting the range upgrade right now for the lurkers. Maybe if he would have had that before, that base trade, he would have gone a little bit better. TLO's got +2 melee, +2 army, yeah. BabyMarine has +3 bio finishing up as we speak. That's super important against like Lings and Banes, but in the lurker fights that matters a little bit less, right? Positioning is everything against lurkers. We have a Nidus going up in the main base. The ghosts, are they moving? Are they moving? Are they moving? Nothing's really moving, but Marines and Marauders are moving, and that's good enough. Nah, if that Nidus goes up and 10 lurkers pop out and we don't have any lips, and we got 2 lips, right? Could have been annoying. Yeah, maybe getting +1 missile attacks would have been nice too, but to be fair, he's been kind of broke now for a while. Losing 3 bases against those 4 medevacs that eventually turned into 2 medevacs. It just really put a number on his economy. And then I don't think we can really fault him for not getting stuff like +1 missile attacks. Seismic spines is just mandatory. That's a must. I think missile attacks we can get if we get a few more drones on these bases. It's been a fun series though. I've been entertained regardless. Super fun to see TLO play some StarCraft again. And I think it's safe to say that Dr. Dario is still damn good. But these young'uns, guys, they're coming for all of us. Any of you guys that have been playing StarCraft for 10 plus years will know what it's all about. To go up against kids that are half your age, but feel quick. You have to whisper it to an admin. Oh, maybe some lurkers, guys. You have to whisper it to an admin, the fluffy one. Unless you're VIP or a mod, you cannot just post links. We used to allow everybody posting links, and I think we all know how that went. A lot of meat was shown. We're not doing that. Even though I believe you have sweet intentions. You never was VIP, I know, but you can whisper it to one of the other guys that can post a link. I believe you mean well, amigo, but can't do it for everyone. BabyMarine is taking his time here, guys. The ghost count is rising. I feel that BabyMarine's TVZ is very good. Sometimes early game, mid game. Then I think sometimes the transition to ghost is a bit slow. But if you ever allow him to get to the ultimate late game, he feels very confident. Takes his time, just like Cuckoo. I think Cuckoo is also very good in late game TVZ. These kids, they impress me. It's gonna be hard for TLO to take a good fight against 15 plus ghosts. I was playing a little Cuckoo Impressed today in my bio games. Nice fungo here by TLO, guys. It covers all the medevacs and all the marauders. Do love the marauders do fall. Do we have some vipers? I thought I saw. Yeah, 4 vipers. Okay. So how do you fight 16 ghosts? I don't want to turn this into a balance winding fest. I'm sure some of you guys have the copy pastas ready for how it's very difficult to play late game Terran because you need a separate hotkey for ghost to counter higher Zerglings. Separate hotkey for a ghost. Some of those, right? I don't know how the copy pasta goes exactly, but I know you need a lot of hotkeys for all your different ghosts. But it is just damn difficult for a Zerg to win late game TVZ if the Terran is this well set up. It kind of feels that it comes down to the Terran just being impatient and making a very big error. And if the Terran doesn't do that, it doesn't seem like the Zerg is supposed to get a good fight. Can we see the resources lost? Absolutely. 23k against 14k, so it's already 9,000 more on the side of TLO. Not a whole lot has happened in the last few minutes. Obviously, there was a lot of action earlier. Now the game has slowed down a little. BabyMarine is going for the disrespect. He's gonna drop some nukes, and TLO hasn't quite seen it yet. No! He sees it, but it's too late. That's a lot of drones. 18 drones go down. Never say die. Never say die. I mean, what we need, guys, is a burrowed infestor to land a magical fungo, and then a couple banelings and lurkers run in and they do that thing. If BabyMarine makes a mistake, obviously TLO has the skills to capitalize on that. But I think BabyMarine is gonna play this very slow and steady and calm. He wants to close this out with a W. Is he paying attention to a Nidus though? Let's take a look at BabyMarine. Okay, he knows about it, but he's maxed out. He has no units popping. This Nidus is actually gonna go up, guys. Now, obviously, with a lot of ghosts, you can deal with it. Lurkers are going to do their thing. This is going to be exciting. At the same time, TLO is going to make some moves in the center of the map, but he needs the Hydras to get on top of these Liberators. A couple of abducts have landed. I like it. I like it what TLO is doing over here. He's creating chaos. We have 15 ghosts. The ghosts are kind of bottled up over here. Obviously, in the end, the ghosts will take care of all of this. But in return, TLO got Liberators, got tanks, gets a command center, gets a planetary fortress. Yeah, that's not bad. That is not bad at all on the side of TLO. I'd love to see him go for that command center too, to be honest. Yeah, he needs more. And also just, look, he has the bases. There is, for a 21-minute ZVT, there is an insane amount of resources still left. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Maybe a blinding cloud, couple of abducts. Hey, that's not bad. Now TLO's actually here, and BabyMarine clearly did not think that TLO was going to be here. Ghost count dropping to 13. The Hydras are going to have a tough time. They're getting a good fight on the top side of our screen, or even on the bottom side of our screen. Don't lose the Vipers, they're so expensive. Ghost count at 7. Hydra's kind of shining, even though they don't necessarily have the greatest upgrades. Since that BabyMarine has a bank and he can rebuild for days. TLO simply does not have the saturation, doesn't have the income to really keep on doing this. I think that started off well, but then we should have disengaged. I think TLO stuck around a little bit too long. But BabyMarine is probably a little paranoid after everything that happened in the last 2 minutes, and he won't attack. So TLO should be able to drone up and max out one more time. They were video gaming. We've had a fun series, guys. It's been a fun night of gaming, right? We are supposed to be done around 10. We're closing in on 10. It's not been the most epic Big Brain Bouts ever. I had super high hopes for tonight. We just had strong performances of players. Jason was incredibly good. Thermal was on point. And this is cute, by the way. And BabyMarine has just played very solid here in the main event. We do have another Nidus going up. And this tank is going to die. How many links do we have, guys? 31. Well, I mean, these are 3-3 links. Without adrenal glands? Oh no. Oh no. I didn't even see that yet. Did you guys see that? Couple of lurkers have hopped out of the Nidus as well. 405 Zerglings have gone down. And we don't have adrenal glands. I guess TLO has always been a bit broke ever since he got Hive. Yeah. Maybe, baby, TLO can max out one more time. Because BabyMarine is paranoid, but obviously at this point it's like 98% certain BabyMarine is going to win this game. He's got money in the bank, he's got the supply lead, he's got the better army. Only way he could ever lose is if he just does nothing forever. Let TLO max out and let TLO get a dream fight. It's been a very good series though by BabyMarine. I am proud of him, guys. Because as I said before, I know that the young kiddo is good. He has shown us that he's good. But then often on the moments where we really wanted to see he was good, where it mattered, where a lot of people were watching, he didn't quite deliver. Almost like the opposite of the bigger brother, but tonight I definitely think he stepped up to the challenge and he played very solid. You can be proud of this. I think TLO got over 6,000 MMR in the American server, and you guys can joke about NA server all you want. 6k MMR is damn good. So for BabyMarine to look as solid as he's done in this series, I think you can be very proud of that. TLO is getting a bit closer to maxing out though, so maybe, potentially, one last time he can max out. You do, like even if you have like 40-50 links, you do absolutely need adrenal glands though. It is such a big difference. When Day 9 was casting StarCraft, he used to call it the most important upgrade in the game. Day 9 actually said that every single ZVT I think he has ever casted. Mr. Bitter and I used to joke about it. Maybe a parasitic bomb in the middle of all those metavacs. The blinding cloud goes down, but the blinding cloud does not prevent these ghosts from doing their thing. Okay, we have extra links showing up, and we've got a bunch of blue flame hellbats coming in from the back. The links get evaporated, and all that's left is a couple of Hydras and Lurkers. I believe that the main event will go to the young Italian that's representing Team Roddy. As the final Viper falls, 7 SCVs. Died through the other side of the map to a Ling run by, a Lurker, a Nidus, it doesn't really matter. What matters is that I think these are the closing moments of our main event. We even have the ultra trademark accidental Swarmos, guys. Just to complete everybody's bingo card, you know. If we're watching a hero from 2010, 2011, 2012, we obviously need the accidental Swarmos in there too. Bingo! We've got it all. TLO now really going for a bit of copium. Neuroparasite, 27 minutes in. BabyMarine leveling up to Team Marine. Well, only for 2 more years, mate. Less than 2 years. And that man can't even call himself a teenager anymore. I'm proud of BabyMarine. He played a good series. Obviously, I hoped for Dr. Dario that he would have been able to win a map or 2 maps. And a couple of the awesome plays would have worked out. But I still think this was a fun series. How old is BabyMarine? BabyMarine is 18. Reynor is 21. BabyMarine is 18. And they are born on the exact same day. The 1st of July. I'm actually not very good with birthdays, but I'm very good with theirs. It's easy to remember for some reason. Really? Yep. Absolutely. We know where they got their great timing attacks from, guys. The parents were practicing it before they were even born. Final few snipies going down. Lurkers, Hydras getting obliterated. And I think at this point, Dr. Dario has to know it. That this one is all over. GG gets called. Congratulations to Team Roddy's BabyMarine for winning the main event of the evening. He walks away with $150. TLO still gets 50 buckies for playing. And obviously, above everything, I hope that TLO had fun. And now we also have an immediate announcement. This is, unfortunately, also a little emotional almost, the last time that BabyMarine will be representing Team Roddy. He's been with us for a long time, but he too is moving to the Platinum Heroes. They want to have him on their roster for the upcoming WTL. I think that's a cool step for him, getting a couple teammates, being reunited with Gobbus as well. But obviously a little bit sad because I loved having the kid on the team, and he's been a great character. I'm very happy to have supported him for so long because of you guys. And I think we've seen him grow. When he joined us, what was he? 5,400? And look at him now. Made some great steps. And we obviously wish him all the best. And I hope it goes well. We're going to work on that multi. Obviously, that means that we are just with Fjond now. So we are going to have to do some serious recruiting for WTL qualifiers. We can always merge with someone. And then we'll support at least one more player on the side. That is inevitable. I will, at the bare minimum, support 2 players. As long as you guys are supporting me, I will support 2 players. So we're going to pick someone up real quick. We're going to shop around and we'll see. Right now it's just Fjond. We'll obviously try to form a roster for the WTL qualifiers. That will work out. This was the last time that BabyMarine was representing Team Roddy. But we wish him all the best. He is excited, but he was also a bit sad about leaving our team. But it's okay. I'm happy for him. I think it's a good step. I think he will have a lot of fun practicing with the new boys.